Welcome to the Inc. Productivity Tip of the Day. Today's tip. Mark Cuban calls this humanity's superpower in the age of AI. Science agrees. An expert opinion by Jessica Stillman. Mark Cuban is a big AI booster. This is the guy who recently declared that if you're not learning AI, you're effed, and called the technology the ultimate time-saving hack. But even though the billionaire entrepreneur and former Shark Tank shark is a true believer in the productivity-boosting potential of artificial intelligence, he's also publicly pushed back against the idea that AI will take all our jobs. He has insisted that AI will increase overall employment. So how can Cuban both be so confident about the potential of AI, but still bet big on humans? Because, he explained on Blue Sky recently, humans have a superpower that AI doesn't, which will allow us to thrive no matter how impressive the bots become. Humility. Cuban declared on Blue Sky, the greatest weakness of AI is its inability to say, I don't know. Based on both my experiences with AI tools and stories from other frustrated users, he's right. One small example. Recently, I wanted to cite a few of the best-selling books written by female entrepreneurs and executives. I knew a few off the top of my head, but I wanted to make sure I didn't miss any prominent titles, so I turned to AI. Out of 7 books suggested by one popular AI model, 1 was attributed to the wrong author, and 1 was, as far as I could tell, totally made up out of thin air. Luckily, I checked the AI's output and quickly spotted the problem. But when, out of curiosity, I asked for more information on these entirely made-up books, the AI cheerfully offered fake summaries and reviews. It was a waste of time, but hardly as annoying as a recent example of AI overconfidence Brad Feld wrote about on his blog. The VC explained how he got into a debate with AI about his own past investments. With the bot offering him fake links to blog posts Feld never wrote to back up its totally inaccurate claims. A frustrated Feld concluded, LLMs just lie. People, of course, lie too. We are frequently arrogant and overconfident. But overall, we do seem to do better than many current AI models at admitting what we don't know. And that, Cuban goes on to say, is the superpower that will allow us to stay ahead of the machines. Our ability to admit what we don't know will always give humans an advantage. Understanding the limits of your knowledge and being open to new evidence is a trait psychologists call intellectual humility, and a whole host of experts insist it is a key ingredient of exceptional human intelligence. Cuban's fellow billionaire Jeff Bezos, for example, has explained that he likes to hire people who have failed and learned from their errors. Being able to admit your mistakes and revise your ideas is a sign you're actually super smart, he believes. Science agrees that a willingness to say, I don't know, helps us look at evidence more objectively and learn faster. Studies suggest it also helps us understand others better, raising our EQ as well as our IQ. As Duke University psychology professor Mark Leary has explained, people who are high in intellectual humility score higher in epistemic curiosity, which is the motivation to pursue new knowledge and ideas. People higher in intellectual humility like to think more than people low in intellectual humility do. Saying I don't know, in other words, is the motor that drives us to seek out new information and put existing knowledge together in new ways. It keeps us hungry for and open to new ideas, all of which is a roundabout way of saying that Mark Cuban is probably onto something with his latest comments. While AI will almost certainly be able to outcompete us at compiling and analyzing existing knowledge, it still seems a long way away from the flexibility, curiosity, and creativity that our ability to say, I don't know, gives us. So if you're an entrepreneur looking to stay relevant in the age of AI, perhaps the key isn't just what you know, but also having the intellectual humility to admit what you don't. Keeping ahead of the robots might just come down to cultivating the very human superpower of intellectual humility. That's it from Inc. You can find more articles about how to blend AI into your business at Inc.com. Check back every weekday morning for another tip from Inc.